तुमादिदेवाः पुरुषा पुराणः तुमस्य विश्वस्य परम निधानम वेत्तासि वेद्यम च परम च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरु वायु यमः अग्निवर्णाय शशाङ्कः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहस्य नमो नमस्तेस्तु सहस्त्र कृत्वा पुनश्च भूयोपि नमो नमस्ते पुनश्च भूयोपि नमो नमस्ते। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदम श्रीकृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः गोविंदाय नमो। In last session I have described the 16th chapter of Bhagwadgita by name of Daivasur Sampad Vibhagyoga, and today Lord Krishna grace I will define the 17th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita by name of Shradhatrayavibhagyoga. Arjun again asked Sri Bhagavan, O Lord, whoever dismantles the dignity of the scriptures and worships them with devotion, worships various gods and the goddesses, their reverence is Satik, Rajasi or Tamsi. Sri Bhagavan answering the above question of Arjun said that, O Arjun, there are three types of reverence arising from the intuition of human scriptures and originating from their own nature, which is called Satik Shraddha, Rajasi Shraddha, and Tamsi Shraddha or Tamsi faith. I am describing these three types of reverence. O Arjun, all the human beings in the world have their faith based on their mind and intellect, because the human live with reverence. For this reason, the reverence of the kind of man who is revered in itself also appears, and that man appears to be the same. That is, a man with sattvic reverence appears in sattvic form, a man with rajasi reverence appears in rajasi form, and a man reverential Tamsi appears in a Tamsi form. Hey Arjun, those men who worship many types of gods and goddesses in the world and solicit earthly things from them should consider those men with a sattvic reverence. Apart from this, a man who performs a variety of rituals according to his worship method to the demigods and demons, those rituals are done for literally many things in the world. Therefore, such men should be considered as men with Rajasi reverence. Apart from this, there is special kind of reverence in this world which is called Tamsi. Humans with such reverence worship beings and believe in tantric worship. Therefore, there is another type of man in this world who has proud of arrogance, desire attachment and strength, and treats those ascetics which are not mentioned in the scriptures, like being here bare-bodied in a forced winter, burn the fire and sit between it, the hypocrisy of sleeping on thorns, sitting in heat and fire sunlight. Such hypocritical men are actually devilish in nature, and they should definitely be considered as demon, because the above type of spiritual deeds also make me suffer, because I am present in your body. A man also loves food according to his nature, and yajna, penance, and the charity also live according to the different nature of humans, because it all happens on the basis of merits. That is, a person who is covered quality with the same kind of food realizes his affection and also performs the same yajna, austerities and donations. Therefore, I will tell you in detail about food, yajna, charity and penance. Sattvic men by nature have a desire for such food which increases age, intelligence, strength, health, happiness and affection. Since the taste combined with such food are smooth and stable, Sattvic men love this type of food, fruits, etc., and their taste should be considered special in these meals. Rajasi men love food with bitter, sour, very salty, hot, spicy, dry. By eating the type of food, a person gets grief and many types of diseases arise automatically. A person who wants this type of food should be considered as a royal man. Arjun, men who are tamsi love meat, alcohol and food. That is a deodorant, rancid and impure. Love in this type of food is due to its tamasic qualities. A man who desires the above type of food should be considered as a tamasi man. Yajna, charity and penance are loved by every human being based on his qualities. Therefore, he edits them only on the basis of his qualities. Sattvic men perform such yajna which are defined with the scriptures. That is, they remain with the classical method. Such men conceive in the mind that it is enough for us to sacrifice. Therefore, yajna should be performed. And in the eating of yajna, desire of many types of fruits should also be abundant. The man who performs such yajna should be considered a man who is sattvic. O Arjun, the Rajasi men perform many kinds of worldly yajna by keeping the result in view, conceptualizing the result, and they are covered with the arrogance, etc. By doing rituals of this type of yajna, where there is a desire for fruit, and there is a primal appearance by way, yajna are called Rajasi yajna. Tamasi humans perform rituals of such yajna in which no attention is paid in classic method, and there is no donation of food in it. There is not even a sense of need of mantras. Yajna performed without reverence and dachina should be considered as tamasi yajna. O Arjun, tenacity is also of three types. Satvik humans perform rituals of sattvic type penance, royal men perform rasi penance, and tamasi men perform tamasi penance. Since there are three types of tenacity, those who are called physical, emotional, physical worship of deities, Brahmins, acharyas, knowledgeable people in the mental asceticism, conduct of the simple act of staying holy, rituals of celibacy and non-violence, or are called mental asceticism. When a man speaks such a speech that other humans are not ignorant, and the wise, which is dear to other humans, and a cause of well-doing being, it should be called a sound meditation. Apart from this, chanting the name of Sri Bhagwan, the deeds and the form of self-cultivation of holy Vedas and scriptures also come in the same meditation. O Arjun, mental penance are also special in the mind when man continues to earn a sense of happiness, lives in a gentle manner, attempts to contemplate the nature of God, and restrain the mind from worldly matters. If the mind and intellect are well kept pure, then this effort is called mental penance. In sattvic penance, man abandons the desire for food and with utmost devotion perform rituals of the above three types of penance. But when man becomes of royal nature or Rajasi nature, then the above three types of austerities prevail in the rituals. Respect and hospitality prevails, and with their selfishness and hypocrisy, the above three austerities were performed. In this way, some rituals can be obtained from the word through rituals of Rajasi penance. The Tamasi penance perform physical, mental and emotional austerities for the destruction of others by torturing themselves with great persistence. That is, if deity, Brahmin, Guru, etc. are worshipped for the loss of others, then it should be considered as tamasi tap. O Arjun, there are also three types of donations which I am mentioning separately. When there is a feeling in human being that we must make some donation in the money we earn from the labor, and his donation is given by desiring the interest of others in eyes of the nation and the person. Then the donation is called Satik. Rajasi and Tamasi donations are also different types. When any donation is given very painfully and in a sense of desire for the fruit keeping, the feeling of beneficence, then it is called a Rajasi donation. The recipient of the donation should not be respected, but should be scorned on the contrary, and the person receiving the donation should not be eligible to receive the donation, and the donation which is given without respect is called Tamasi donation. God has 3 specific names which are called Om Tat Sat. These 3 names are special instruction for the type of worshippers. With this, when the creation started, Brahmins, Vedas and Yagyas emerged. Therefore, 3 names of God have special significance. The seeker, regardless of the background, can chant these names of God, and by chanting these names, he gets special spiritual power. Om is used for the beginning of Ved mantras before starting yajna, jnana and austerities. Therefore, Om is used to refer to the God's name. The name of God in the form of Tat is used for yajna and tap rituals by those great men, and also in the action of charity, who have abandoned the aspiration of the food. Since the only God in this universe, in the truth and rest of discrete, therefore, in the universe, the word Sat is used for the manifestation of power. All the actions of the world which are done for the welfare of human beings, they reveal the divine power. It is believed Sat, that God has power in this world, and his system of effective in this world, and no one has power other than thee. Therefore, the divine name of God is unique, the importance of which every speaker should be understand. O Arjun, if a person performs yajna, donations, penance, etc., if he does not do the benefit of other people, he does everything for the selfishness only. All the actions that are done for their own welfare are considered to be discreet. In fact, actions performed for one's own welfare are ultimately painful. For this reason, the fruit of rajas is said to be unhappiness. If a man performs yajna, charity, penance, etc., for public welfare, he gets a lot of benefit in this world also, and even after death, for expenses, many types of pleasures in the hereafter. But the man who has many kinds of self-interest for his selfishness, yajna, perform rituals of charity and austerities, there is no special benefit for them. Even this world, and there is no possibility of any special benefit after death. Lives, and such men are incapable of walking into vortex of suffering. In this world cycle, every person should know charity clearly. Whatever is happening in this universe is destructive of all nature and is only eternal God. Destroyed power is called Asat, and impressible power called Sat. Therefore, the true name of God is unique. Om Tat Sri Srimad Bhagwadgita Supnistu Subram Vidyayam Yog Shastre Krishna Arjuna Sambade Shradhatrayavibhagyoga Nam Shabdaso. Today I have described the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and tomorrow morning session I will describe the last chapter, chapter number 18, by name Mo Sannyas Yog. I will describe tomorrow in morning. Om Shahnavatu Shano Bhunatu Shaviryam Karvavahe Yashinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.